Talk a bit about the strategy you and the team are operating against now. You alluded to some of the areas in which you're involved in and some of the topics that are of greatest interest to your peers and customers and other organizations. But I would love to have you add a little more detail to some of the areas that are at the top of your priority list now.
Sure. I'll start. Two themes that I think about as it relates to investments that we're making, time that we're spending thinking about things and solution development. The first is, we want to be and connect technology to business or IT outcomes. I mean, fundamentally, we want to help our customers, our partners better advocate for the use of technology in delivering some material benefit to the company. And that could be as interesting as, new digital channels using, web, mobile, that sort of thing, to providing a more reliable or integrated service to the employees that provide a service to their customers, streamlining a sales process, integrating systems to reduce manual work amongst disparate organizations within a company. All of those things, connecting technology to those business outcomes is critically important for us, and challenge our teams every day. How are you thinking about what you're doing and the impact and outcome that can have on the business? I think of Daniel Pink's book, right? It's mission purpose. People want to know why they're doing something, and the really good people want to know what sort of impact did I have. And I think it's critically important we connect those dots. The other element that we're more and more involved in is this idea of digital and physical, and connecting these digital and physical worlds. And some of the challenges in the market that create opportunities for a company like Worldwide are, I'll use hyperlocation, right? We work with customers around how do you provide hyperlocation inside of a grocery store or inside of a retail space. Now adapting those concepts to figure out, what sort of distance and safety tracking could we provide as it relates to a pandemic and exposure and contact tracing. But, you really have to take time to instrument a system that's going to give you that level of detail in terms of an individual's proximity. But then you have to take all that data and you have to digitize that to a map, a set of outputs or intelligence that drive behaviors, within a customer. So connecting those digital and physical worlds together, in data being an underlay of all of that is a huge area of investment for us. So connection to those outcomes, digital, physical, and those two worlds really colliding are big areas of focus for us. And then the last thing I'll say is just we view our responsibility to connect the creation of the strategy to achieve those outcomes I talked about, connecting the strategy to the delivery, because we feel like there's just a need in the market between what I'll call the 50-page white paper and the outcome that shows up on a balance sheet for a company. And we're disintermediating, I think, that market a bit to say, how do we connect those two things together and, hold ourselves along with the customers and partners that we're working with accountable to those outcomes, through this creation of the strategy and the delivery, of those results.